Hello, trading is closed on August 19th, 2020. Let's do our disclaimer, then go over our calls. This is my plan for tomorrow. Trade at your own risk. Feel free to disagree as long as you give the reason. I'm going to start writing my webinar this week. I estimate it'll take me at least 2 weeks to finish it. It's a guess. Then there's the Labor Day weekend, and I hope to have it available soon thereafter. I don't want to start registration until I have it substantially completed, because I don't know exactly how long it'll take me. That was my guess. Okay. Called for the pattern with the early high. This is it. Usually it's a rally day with a high in the final hour, and failure is a straight line drop, and that is failure. Failure of this pattern usually leads to further weakness. Only thing which kills that prediction is gapping and taking out today's high. Looks like quite a long shot as I'm recording this. We look for lower prices, and it doesn't help that tomorrow's pattern has the early low. We have a new MEJT target, 33.95.29. I don't think that's going to print. I've been wrong before. But at major tops, major lows, MEJT practically always leaves a failed target. And the fact that there's one now adds confidence to the likelihood that this might be it for this leg. Early on, MEJT said ultimately lower prices would print at this, said this rally was a false move, said this drop would retrace, this rally would retrace, and eventually the move was shown to be false. Gives this target, but as I say, I don't really trust it. I actually think it lends support to the idea the high might be in. This is DeMark's stuff which hasn't worked but doesn't look too bad at the moment, and this is DeMark's TDST line which is holding. That's strong resistance. We've shown this before. These are Gann fan lines that go back to over 10 years ago. They met at this high, and with different numbers they meet right at this high on the monthly chart. Shown this before. You connect these lows. We've now broken below that line. Not good. Here's my long-term count. You can use any count you want, but this one doesn't break any rules. If this is the end of the B of the expanded flat, and by the way, when you go up to a new high and undercut the prior high way back here, that's not very positive. In fact, we're going to compare this B to this 0.3 in just a minute. After hitting a new high, even on the shorter term pattern, we undercut every major high for the last week or so, and that's very negative, although it would have been more negative had we taken out some of the lows. Anyway, we're going to come back and compare B to 3. Forget about the colors. I've rearranged A and B. Here's a line from what I have as the top of wave 3, which was an ending diagonal triangle. You get some beautiful hits back here. Some more gorgeous hits. Suspense is building. And that is a Gann fan, 1 by 1 line from the wave 3 high. And it missed by about 14 points. That's close enough for me. If you want to see things on a smaller scale, here's a 65-minute chart. You decided to play around with our numbers, and if this is wave A and that's B, so bullseye right at the top at 1.272 times A. You could do a lot worse. Tomorrow's pattern has yearly low, doesn't mean you won't gap up. It should say today's pattern typically closes near its high. When that doesn't happen, you expect further weakness, and only gapping and promptly overtaking today's high kills the pattern. We rejected a new all-time high, closed under multiple prior highs, including the winter high, showing this likely as a false break, part of a expanded flat. It's very negative action. It's a strong candidate for the end of this leg up. We still need follow-through tomorrow. We still need confirmation by closing under some significant prior lows. We've had some other candidates before. I've been fooled before. But futures are down as I'm recording this. There's strong resistance at the high, and this looks like an impulsive move down. Today's high is a strong candidate for the end of this leg. We need the confirmations we mentioned, and that's today's call.